Hey, in this video I want to show you how you can search for fields across all your message schemas. What this allows us to do is index all these fields, search for common properties, search for problems across these properties, and actually visualize them in our architecture, helping us find what schemas are doing what in our architecture. So in this tutorial, I want to just walk you through how to set this up quickly. So let's head over to the code. The first thing we'll do in our catalog is actually change the output to server. So what this will do is actually allow us to run the catalog in server-side rendered mode. Now the reason for this is because the indexing happens locally on disk, but we also expose an API to your catalog to allow the client to actually filter things and find things fast. Obviously, some of you might have large catalogs or large messages. This allows us to create that super fast index for your catalog. So once you set that to true, then what you want to do is then run the catalog, then head over to the browser. What you should see here is down on the left, you have this schema fields. If we click on that, it will load these particular properties. Now, what's happened under the hood when you start your catalog is we will index your fields, right? Your messages. So all your messages in your catalog can have Protobuf, JSON, or Avro schemas attached to them, as you can see here. And all you do to do that is you put a file inside of your catalog, right? Your schemas, and you can pull these from schema registries. You can use the SDK if you want to automate this. You can use our automation, whatever it is that you do. But at some point, you have your schemas in your catalog. Now, what will happen on the index is this. It will index your fields, and then what it will allow us to do is actually search for these things across our catalog. Now, for example, we can go over to the left here and put like customer ID, and then you can see where all the customer IDs is actually coming up inside your catalog. I can see customer ID in this string in this particular message and this particular format here, and it's required. So if I click on this customer ID, I get a nice kind of visualization. I can see that the billing service is producing this message, this event, that so happens to have this customer ID field in it. Now here on the right, we don't actually have any consumers, so let's actually go look at a different example. If we typed order, we can see all these results from order. We have 59 across the thing, but if we click on one of these, we can actually see more details. We can click on these and we can go down to the particular message. But here we can see the shipping service, right, is producing all these messages in our architecture. But we can see that some of them, this delivery one here, is actually producing this order ID as a string. Yeah, and in fact, all of them here are doing that. We have the order service that are also triggering this order ID downstream. And then these events, some of these events happen to be consumed by some of these consumers, right? So it's just another visualization and representation. Now, what we can also do actually is figure out conflicting fields. So you can see here we have like some conflicting fields in our schemas, like total amount. Now we can see here that the order service is producing these messages, the order cancelled and confirmed, but the total amount is a number and is consumed by the inventory service. Now equally, the order service is producing the order amended event and the total amount is a double. Now, this may or may not be a problem for you, but you might want to kind of, merge these two or whatever else. So what this allows you to do is just visually see, like in your architecture, like what schemas there are, what fields there are, and what problems you may have coming up in the future. You can, on the left here, we can search by Avro or JSON Schema. Remember, this also works for Protobuf, and we can filter by a command, query, and event. So when you start in SSR mode, again, head over to schema fields. This will index all your things. Under the hood, we use a SQL-like database. That'll be part of your event catalog. You will need to host this on a server somewhere in SSR mode. But yeah, that's it. And hopefully you find this feature useful. If you've got any questions or anything like that, head over to Discord. That's where we hang out. And yeah, hope you enjoyed this and hope you find it useful. And thanks for watching.